Hi, and welcome to the game review of NBA 2K22. This is the 22 rendition of the NBA 2K series, and let's just jump right into it. So, when you load up the game, there's two different versions of the game first. There's the PS4 version and the PS5 version. The version you see here right now is the PS4 version, and the only reason why I'm playing the PS4 version on the PS5 is because I tend to just play with some of my friends, but they all still have PS4s, so I'm kind of stuck with the last gen of the game. But they essentially play exactly the same because it is a basketball game. There's not really much difference. I mean, there are different animations because of the new technology in the PS5 for the PS5 version of the game, but that's a whole other story for a different time. But when you load up the game, you're first introduced to the game with some ads that the company wants to show you, and it just shows you different things from different cards you can get from the and speaking of my team, it's actually one of the different game modes that are within the game. There's my career, there's my team, there's play now, there's my league, there's 2KTV, and then features, which is essentially settings. But to start off from left to right, my career is essentially this is the mode where you're able to play with your friends because you're able to create your own basketball player and kind of design him to do what you want in a way. You can't create like Michael Jordan, but you can create a Michael Jordan-esque type play. So in my career, you can choose your position, your height, left right handedness, jersey number. You could choose how your player is built, whether you want them built, slim, burly, compact. There are different selections to choose from that point. There's also you also have the ability to select the different attributes that you want to equip to your player, and that means if you want your player to dunk, or if you want not if you want your player to dunk, but if you want dunking to be more of a priority, more prioritized for your player compared to shooting or defense. In my career, you're allowed to specify exactly how you want your player to play against other people as you play the game. Now, my team is essentially like the card collecting aspect of the game. You're able to get different versions of the hundreds of the thousands of different NBA players throughout NBA history, and you are able to equip them to your own team, and you're able to compete against friends. You're able to compete against AI. You're able to just do different challenges, whether it is against like just random opponents online. Play now is more so local player. So this is when if you have like friends and family over and you just want to play against maybe your cousin or your brother or sister, mom, dad, whoever wants to play you in 2K, you just go to play now and you're able to play locally with them. My league is essentially you're able to create how it says your own league, my league. You're able to customize the teams. You're able to customize how the season plays. You're pretty much the commissioner of your own league in my league when you play it. And in those leagues, you could add players. You could create players. You could just, completely switch up teams if you want to pair LeBron and Steph Curry with no problem. You could do that in my league. You could also do that in my team, but you have to collect the cards in order to do that. But in my league, you pretty much have the ability to do whatever. 2K TV, this is essentially where 2K, it's like a weekly, you should say, programming that they run throughout the game. So if you're like loading into a game, or if you honestly just want to click on it and watch the show itself, they just interview different NBA players, different developers of the games. They and just talk about, you know, different aspects of the game. Also just go in depth with different modes within the game, how the game was built, or they just talk about basketball in general, since it is a basketball game. And features is just settings. This allows you to, you know, customize essentially like how you want your experience to be able to play the game. So I'm just gonna play a quick My Career game. This is gonna be on my Glass Cleaning Lockdown, who is a 93 center, 93 overall center. The highest overall you could get to is a 99, but my guy's still not bad at all. This is on the PS5. The loadout times aren't slow at all. It takes a little time to connect to servers, but they're not slow. And once you load into the game, this is the menu that you see as soon as you load into My Career. So you have what's new. This is kind of how it was when you first like legitimately loaded into the game, with different ads and different things like that show you what's new in the park. This is my player right here. These 7-2. It's essentially a lockdown. And in the background, as you can see, there are different games going on. These are live people playing the game right now against other folks. And yeah, there's different builds. So like these two right here, like the brown shirt and the person with the cowboy hat, those like centers. Everybody else are pretty much guards. That's a lot. That, and you know, the different builds that you choose determines how fast you move, how you dribble with the ball, how you shoot the ball, how you dunk the ball. A lot of things, a lot of different aspects go into it. We're back with the menu. You have the seasons. This is the second season of 2K. This is a new iteration that they added to the game this year to try and allow players to feel as if they're playing to get a reward. Kind of like a reward system, kind of like how Call of Duty has seasons, or Destiny, or any other game. Like the higher level you go, different rewards you get. So if you hit level 40, you could quickly do that now, become a skeleton. And the different levels that you have different rewards here and there. You have a tricycle, you have dances, rewards, banners, and things of that nature. You have different quests this year on the ship. Like, it helps to build your own story aside from the actual career of you being in the NBA. So if you were to click it, you have different just different quests that you can complete to unlock different rewards here and there, and it allows you to come back and actually play the game more. This is allows you to go into your My Career and play against like actual NBA players, an NBA player that you created. You in order to progress, you either have to play in the park or on the ship, or you have to play in an actual game, which is what I'm gonna do. There's progression. This tells you, that gives you kind of pretty much like an overview of how your player is doing. These are my points, my attribute points, and the different attributes that you have determine how your player plays. Badges allows your attributes to pretty much be enhanced. So since I'm pretty much a lockdown, my defensive badges are what's higher, or what's the highest. And you have bronze, silver, gold, and Hall of Fame badges. When they're Hall of Fame, that means, you know, they're pretty much the best that you could have. When they're gold, it gets the job done. It's better than silver and bronze, but it's not Hall of Fame. My player, this allows you to change your appearance, your animations with your player, your jump shot, what clothes you wear. You have an animation store that allows you to buy different animations for your player. And then the last section, jump shot splash, that so if you're a shooter and you make the shot, you can customize that to have like your own noise. This is the neighborhood. Even though it's the ship this year, they still call it the neighborhood. There's different events that happen throughout the different seasons of the game. So since Halloween just passed, the ship was essentially, like when you got the update for the game, the ship changed to where the courts have a different design of them for the second season, and they're more towards the scarier side of everything since it was Halloween. Pro-Am, that's kind of another team of 3 or team of 5 friends to go against other people. And these are just other options and settings and things of that nature. So in order to control your player, you have the analog sticks. You have the left analog stick, which allows you to move forward, backward, side to side. The right analog stick moves the camera around your player. On the D-pad, if you press up, this gives you like an overview of the whole ship. If you move your left analog stick, it still controls your player, but the right analog stick, camera of the overview of the ship. Left of the D-pad, it brings out your phone. The right of the D-pad changes the zoom of the camera. And then when you press down on the D-pad, it brings out your headphones. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. But to start a game, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna play against the Utah Jazz. And this right here, on the bottom right, it shows the 2 different conferences, the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. I'm on the Pelicans. Here we go. As it loads up, NBA 2K TV shows up.
I can't make free throws, but I'll take the and one play. Oh man, that was pretty good too.
You're right, you can't make free throws.
And as you see, with NBA 2K TV, it was showing like gameplay and like how they were talking to players and things of that nature. It allows you to pretty much be entertained as your game is loading, which I think is rather neat. So since I'm a center, I'm about to do the jump ball. In order to do that, you have to press triangle. I lost the jump ball, but when you press triangle at the right time and you win it, your team comes down with the ball and you play against the opponents. I just blocked him, and in order to block somebody, you have to press triangle when you're on defense. Since I'm on defense, the left trigger of the controller allows you to post up against the player and gives you better defensive presence. You have to use your analog sticks in order to move the player left and right. Square button when you're on offense. Square button is to shoot the ball. X button is to pass the ball. Circle is to make like a flashy pass. With the right analog stick, it allows you to go up and down the court. But the left analog stick controls your dribble moves. This is all when you're on offense. and very straightforward. It's nothing fancy or anything like that. But compared to older iterations of the game, the graphics have significantly improved. So it does still have that cartoon-ish look, but it's a lot more realistic than what it used to be. Just the feel overall of the game has progressed. There have been different games in the past where the gameplay has been either just not cohesive or just feels choppy and out of place, but this year they took their time and actually developed a rather solid game. And personally, I'd give it like a good 8 out of 10 because it is honestly one of the better 2Ks that have released in the past few years. And even though there are many different aspects of the game that can change, like the pay to play or the pay to win, that is a bit excessive to me as a consumer. I mean, other than that though, the overall gameplay, the game itself is very enjoyable. You have a lot of fun when you're playing with friends, and it's a solid game in my book. That was my review for 2K22. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Goodbye.